The time's now 6:07 here on this beautiful Monday morning. Keep in sending those pictures this week, and hopefully we'll see some more sunshine in those pictures because the clouds had the sun dipping in and out all this weekend besides yesterday.
That's right, and I can tell you, I don't want to see any more sunshine, at least for the time being. Yes, sunburnt at 53 degrees yesterday. Did not cross my mind headed outside, but here I am. So here we go. Let's look live over downtown this morning. We've got temperatures much colder this morning. How about this? 29 is the current number in Macon. With the winds out of the west-northwest at about 7, it makes it feel like 22 outside. 28 the actual air temperature in Monticello and in Forsyth this morning. 29 in Roberta, 28 in Warner Robins, 30 in Cochran, 31 in Wrightsville. But you factor in that wind, and this is what it feels like. 22 in Macon, 23 in Warner Robins. Feels like 24 out the door in Bleckley County this morning, 26 in Forsyth, and it feels like 24 in Baldwin County. So no secret about it. A cold morning here in central Georgia. Not contending with any rainfall, though. The radar picture is quiet on this Monday morning. It will remain quiet through the day today. Temperatures mid-40s by the noon hour, but then once we get later into the day, we will find our way into the mid to upper 50s. Average high for this time of year, 72 for the first day of spring, and we are going to be far from that with this northerly wind continuing. And now by the time we get to tomorrow morning, temperatures cold once again down into the 30s, but not quite as cold as we are this morning across central Georgia, and we will find our way into the 60s tomorrow afternoon. So each day going to be progressively warmer than the last by the time we get to Wednesday morning, mid-40s across the area, and then that will give way to 70s by the time we get to the afternoon. We will remain dry through the week ahead. There we go on Thursday. On into Friday, still dry. It's not going to be until Saturday morning with a weakening cold front moving into central Georgia where we have a fairly good chance of rain, and that's going to get out of here by the time we get to Saturday afternoon and evening. So hopefully a quick hitter by the time we get to the weekend. Now out to the west, you're going to hear rumblings of some severe weather from the Nashville area back down through Mississippi and into Louisiana. That is for Friday. I do not expect that to translate to central Georgia by the time we get to Saturday. What is going to translate up are temperatures, 57 today, 65 tomorrow. How about 80s for Thursday and for Friday? That's a little more seasonable for this time of year, if not warmer for this time of year. In fact, it is. Again, 72 being the average high. Today, the first day of spring officially begins at 5:24 this afternoon. That is when the earth is going to be perfectly vertical. You know, in the wintertime, we are tilted away from the sun, and then in the summertime towards the sun. So we're coming back towards the sun now, and we're going to be perfectly vertical right around 5:24 later on this afternoon. 57 the high today. Few afternoon clouds, sunrise at 7:39, so that continues to get earlier and will continue to get earlier by the time we get into the summertime. And as we get into the next 7 days, we got 65 tomorrow with an overnight low of 33. So what I want you to notice here, these low temperatures, they are going to be above freezing after this. So fingers crossed, this is our last freeze, but our high temperatures going up as well. Again, 80s by Thursday and for Friday, but this weakening cold front is going to drop our temperatures by the time we get to the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Now, the general rule of thumb here in Georgia, we don't plant until the Masters. We still got about 2 weeks until that happens, which coincides with Easter weekend this year, Wanya.